whenever we'd played them, we'd had a big problem with Eden Hazard, as most teams did. And I think, remembering the game, I think we expected him to play off the left, as he always had done. But actually in this game he played as a 9. So that was a slight change, but it didn't change anything really that we had planned for him. The biggest thing was dealing with their system. Now, Alonso was doing really well off the left. They were really potent players in the wide areas. And then, of course, you had Hazard and Pedro playing in these pockets. As I said, Hazard plays a 9 in this game, but these were really destructive players as well. And so it was a challenge to try and stop those two players getting on the ball, stop their wing-backs having joy in the wide areas, and trying to have enough of the ball to cause them a problem. So we decided to be very, very brave with our approach. We sort of wanted to throw caution to the wind, and in thinking that attack is the best form of defence. And I think whenever we go into these occasions, that's what we try and think. We try and think, right, how can we impose ourselves on them? So what we decided to do was, when they got the ball in deep areas from their back three, we wanted to go almost man for man. So we lined up Callum with their middle centre half. The two right players to the side, left and right, were to protect the central area of the pitch when the middle man had the ball. And then as soon as the ball went to one of the wide centre halves, we would initiate our press with that respective man, so almost in line, man for man. Now, if this was, say, down their right-hand side, then our left side wing-back would lock in on their wing-back. Our centre-half would lock in on their pocket player. The centre midfielder would lock on their midfielder. Centre midfielder would lock on their midfielder. Middle man with their 9, who was Hazard. Now, this is where you need the swing from the opposite side, and that gives us our strength in numbers with the opposite wing-back coming round. So it was a very aggressive way of playing. If the ball went back to the middle man, he would then go. If it went back to the goalkeeper at any time, Callum would go and press him. If it went to the centre-back, then the same process happens. And this is where you need the swing of the defenders. And then this guy has a lot of work to do to then come back and give you a defensive solidity with the back four. So it was very, very brave, because you know that one mistake in the chink of your defensive pressing phase, and they can get their attacking players with technical quality and pace to hurt you. So we really did need to be, everyone needed to commit to it. And I think that's always the challenge when you play this way. It's easy to go through it in training and go through it to say this is what we're going to do. But then when the players are out there, they may feel they need comfort in dropping off or comfort in numbers. And we wanted to try and get that out of the players' heads. So that was probably the key thing. And also then how you start the game. So if you're able to win the ball back on the press in the first couple of times they get the ball, I think it lifts everybody in the team. It gives them confidence to know that the game plans are going to work. And thankfully in the game, I think we did. We started really well, and everyone from there just went upwards in their performance off the ball.